Fantastic to be back. FIA F4 Motor Racing, Donington Park, for our opening event of the season. I was going to say 30 races ahead, 29 including this one, because we had one yesterday. On board, a bit of Red Bull going on there. Fionn McLaughlin, wonderful to have him as our on board, and he's going to give us some entertainment over the course of this upcoming round 2 of the championship. The cars line up as follows. Pole position in this partial reverse, Joel Bergstrom qualified 12th yesterday, top 12 reverse, remember. Chase Fernandez is alongside him, then it's Rowan Campbell-Pilling and Adam Alazari. Martin Molnar, last year's rookie champion, is on row 3. Thomas Behrman is next for High Tech, that completes row 3. Row 4, Tommy Harfield and Jimmy Pazik returning to the championship. Ethan Jeff Hall and Fionn McLaughlin and Camera Car on row 5. August Raber, yesterday's winner, is on row 6 with double poleman for the meeting, Henry Jocelyn. 7th row, welcome back Harry Reynolds, Leo Robinson, top-seeded driver from last year, then Ella Lloyd and Xavier Avramides, followed by Felix Fu and Henry Mercier on row 9. The 10th row, Cole Hewitson with Alba Larson and Charlie Edge completing our lineup for this race. So cracking lineup that we've got, Phil. More drivers to come in as well. We've got, I think, 3 drivers that aren't of age to race. You have to be 15 to join the championship, and we'll have 3 more drivers joining the championship over the course of the season, which is mega. But this is as open a year, I think, on paper as I have seen for quite a while. Yeah, it's great to see Fortec doing a great job in qualifying with Jocelyn on pole. Unfortunately, he didn't finish the race, but let's see if we can see him come through the field. We've got someone at the back there that's just lined up on in the wrong spot there. I think that's is that Charlie Edge, or is that Alba Larson? It's Alba in the 14, yeah. Isn't it? Charlie Edge in the 27, just next to her. So here we go then, getting ready for the start. Joel Bergstrom on pole, second-year driver Chase Fernandez, a newcomer to the championship, but well-versed at car racing is Chase Fernandez. He's on row 2, lights are on. And let's see who gets the better of the starts. Pretty cleanly away. Look all the way down the grid. Few overtakes going on a little bit further back. A little bit of weaving. The 2 CDR cars making their way. But Joel Bergstrom, his experience in the car will count for that first start, Phil, as they go into Redgate. Yeah, I think it was Fernandez who actually got the good start there. He absolutely launched it from P2 and he's obviously on the racing line. So I think he's now in the lead. He obviously came from Ginetta Juniors last year. He had a bit of a bad race yesterday and spinning out and having a DNF, but now he's leading the race. Chase Fernandez, was actually the driver that won the most races last year in Ginetta Junior. Doesn't carry the rookie category for F4 because he has done more than 6 races in cars, but he is an F4 rookie, so he'll be very pleased with the start, and he's also, of course, got the livery of the championship sponsor Wera Tool, so good for him. Makes a very good start indeed. McLaughlin making the move down the inside, going into Coppers. He didn't quite make that work at that time. He's actually lost time, and there's a few XL cars going through the gravel. One of them is out the race completely. We've got another one managing to keep it pinned and get back on. Cole Hewitson going back on there. Cole named after Cole Trickle. No. There's another one. Oh no, there's a Fortec. That's Jocelyn, who's looks like he's got damage or a puncture. He's had no luck at all, has he? He hasn't. Jocelyn over the course of the. It's going to be a safety car for the car in the gravel for sure. I need to pick you up on the Cole Hewitson thing. It's not Cole Trickle. Ashley Cole. Oh, is it? No way. I was told it was Cole Trickle, my favourite film of all time. Unless they're winding me up. We get back to the kind of Chase Fernandez, a very NASCAR name, isn't it? Side by side here, though. As, contact! Big contact there. As McLaughlin's now through the gravel. He managed to try and go round the outside as they're going into Old Hairpin, but a little bit of contact. I think that was with Raber, wasn't it? Or was it with Jeff Hall? He was dicing with August Raber, yesterday's race winner. And, people have been asking me around the paddock, who do you tip as a champion? Well, it's going to be very impossible at this early stage, and we might get more of a picture after the first 3 rounds. Harry Reynolds at the back of this trio, coming in and racing in the challenge this year, which we need to talk about a little bit later on. That's Jocelyn managing to get out of the pits with that puncture. I think it was a puncture. I am surprised that there's no safety car with a car in the gravel. Marshall's running around in the gravel trying to get that car back out. But I'm sure there's yellow flags up there, but it didn't look like many people slowed much. No, it didn't. That's Yu Haofu, by the way, the Chinese driver, or Felix, as he's known, the sort of friendly English name that he uses. Great lad. Lovely to catch up with him earlier on in the season, but disappointing start to the campaign for him as Fernandez leads this one. Interestingly, Martin Molnar, fastest flying lap. So Jocelyn just getting out of the way of the lead pack. They didn't quite get him out.
in time to stay in front. But now we've got a safety car. It's a little bit late in my opinion, but we've got a safety car, so now everyone's going to have to start slowing down, and everyone can regroup. As you can see, McLaughlin now trying to fight his way back through. But yeah, it'd be good to see a replay of what happened with McLaughlin as they went down to Old Hairpin.
Yes, I think there's a few things that we need to look at over the course of the Street-led safety car. Let's have a look here.
Yeah, this is early on here. There's a lot of... we've got a big spin there from Ella Lloyd in the McLaren Rodin car. Yeah, I think she's got broken front wing as well, and she got tagged, so she spun around, managed to keep going, but yeah, not good for the XL team. We've got a replay of the starts to see how well McLaughlin got off the line. It did pretty well, to be fair. He made it one place, and yeah, let's see how well he got into the first corner. He took his racing line, trying to go on the outside of one of the CDR cars.
Tommy Harfield.
Yeah. And yeah, it's all very, very tight going in through turn one on the exit curb. Clipped the gravel, managed to carry on. Lost a lot of time, but yeah, it's later on where he had his trip through the gravel at Old Hairpin.
Frenetic stuff, isn't it, in F4? The first couple of laps, as always. Yesterday's race much the same. Watched yesterday's event from Redgate, and we saw a couple of really good moves there yesterday. One of which was the pass for the win, ultimately. Raber going past Henry Jocelyn with a lovely move into Redgate yesterday. Still staying on board with McLaughlin here. And there is Raber.
Yeah.
Just talk about him going around the outside in the 47 car. So championship leader, really, after race one.
So it was obviously Raber and McLaughlin that had that coming together. Or was it his teammate, Jeff Hall? So let's see later on in this lap. Maybe it's McLaughlin and Jeff Hall, who have been racing against karts last year, as well as Jeff Hall doing Ginetta Juniors and winning the championship and winning the World Championship at PF. So yeah, it's obviously it's these two that had it coming together, but you can see McLaughlin got the run, got the slipstream, went to the outside, managed to outbrake Jeff Hall as they went through turn one. Had a little bit of a moment. They're still side by side as they come out of turn one, down the hill, down Craners. As you can see just to the right there, you've got Jeff Hall, who's still got the run on him. He's now on the outside, but he's going to have the inside as we go into Old Hairpin. Unfortunately, two don't go into one. Going down into Old Hairpin, I think McLaughlin probably should have just left a little bit more room there, especially knowing that he was alongside Jeff Hall. He's got in front just slightly there, but then just it's a tricky one. That's going to be a tough call in the steward's office.
That's why you're not a steward, Phil.
It certainly is. I couldn't be a steward, that's for sure. Way too opinionated.
Well, actually, you could probably use that, to be fair. And you've had the experience of being out there on circuit and watching. I think as a someone involved in management and coaching, you probably are a lot more forensic about things like that.
Yeah, exactly. But I've got too many links to too many teams
for
that,
sure at the moment.
Would cause too many issues. but no, you're right. It does, and that's what's great about a lot of these championships. They are bringing racing drivers to help the stewards to make the decisions, because unfortunately, with the stewards, they've never driven a race car, so they need that help of a driver who can just give their opinion of maybe you need to look at it from this angle. The good thing is we've got so much TV and so many cameras now. We can see all the angles. We can see the onboard from McLaughlin. There will be an onboard from Jeff Hall as well, so they can look into that and see if there was anyone to blame or if it was just a racing incident.
So safety car break in the narrative for today. As I say, it did happen yesterday. It always makes me laugh when you put a sign. He knows he's P1. Slightly obvious.
Yeah, you get a lot of information on that board. You've got obviously position. You've got how many laps remaining. The gap that you've got to the car behind as well. Well, he hasn't actually. He's just got time remaining in position. Bit more info would be good, but they have got radios.
They have. So Fernandez, the leader, and was winner of the, as well as being runner-up in the Ginetta Junior Championship last year, was the scholarship winner. So, one argues whether Chase would have had the chance in motorsport had it not been for Ginetta's scholarship, which he won. He was, when we met him for the first time, a terrific character, Chase Fernandez.
Yeah.
And apparently they did media training on Friday here, and they had to talk about themselves for a minute, and he was one of the drivers that had no trouble doing that. He's
never
lad.
had a problem talking, that boy.
He's actually going to be doing some esports co-commentary with me
nice.
in a month or so's time, which is great, and Rowan Campbell-Pilling as well from F4. So really great to give the opportunity. Great for me to work with those youngsters as well, and good for them too. Hopefully.
It's nice to have some characters as well. You know, obviously, there's a lot of, they're very young lads doing this, so they're quite shy, and
don't forget Albert Larson and Ella Lloyd. We can't get too sexist on it.
Absolutely, yeah. We've got obviously with Ella Lloyd, with both of them actually, they're doing a dual program with the F1 Academy. So that's why they're in the Challenge Cup, which is for people who are doing 7 rounds of this championship. So just gives them a reason to be going for a championship, even though they're doing less races. Let's see when Fernandez is going to go. He's weaving away now as he's coming through the chicane. He's now on the gas as he comes out of the chicane. It's a pretty good start, but Bergstrom's going with him. Campbell-Pilling is there in P3, Molnar 4th, Al-Azhari is in 5th, Behrman 6th.
Yeah, Behrman top rookie. And enjoying he's travelling, obviously following his brother in Formula 1, his dad David here, and travelling every weekend to watch the lads racing. And this is all about a rookie campaign for Behrman. He's in 6th place at the moment. He's ahead of Jimmy Pazik, who is the reigning Australian F4 champion. He was back home last year and racing there, won the championship very convincingly. Lovely to have him back. And he is again, he is at Rodin again, doing a good job. Still Molnar with the fastest lap, and it's Molnar putting the pressure on here.
Yeah, it certainly is. He's pushing hard. Campbell-Pilling in the JHR car. He's moved from Argenti last year, so with a new team. But he's gone quite well so far with the team. He's leading that JHR 3-car assault. So let's see if he can keep that podium, or if Molnar's going to get past. Let's see, back on board with McLaughlin. He got a run. He got a run on the CDR car there, up into McLean's, gone around the outside. Has he made it stick? I think he does.
Yeah, good move there from McLaughlin, recovering well. We've only lost Felix Fu so far, which is a shame. Hopefully he'll bounce back in race number 3, as we've got another pass on here, and Avramidis having a look down the inside of Alba Larson. So Alba, I think, protege of Jan Magnusson, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, she's in the Tommy Hilfiger car in the F1 Academy, so look out for her at some of the F1 races. We've got a high-tech car going very wide there. That was, I think that was Abramides running wide with McLaughlin right behind him now. He's having a big slide through McLean's. They're obviously struggling for grip. Depends on what tyres they're using at the minute. They get 2 sets of tyres to use from qualifying all the way through the 3 races. So it just depends whether they've sided them or they've just used the ones from race 1 and saving the best ones for race 3.
Yeah, a lot of strategy needed here. Let's have a look, see what Avramidis can do. Dives to the inside. Alba Larson covers that as they come onto the right-hand turn of the chicane, through the left, back out onto the Wheatcroft straight here. And McLaughlin really wants to carry on. We know he's got the pace from testing and from the qualifying here to be further up, but he's got to make the best. So here he comes with the low. This is what we saw yesterday. This is the best place for passing here, down into Redgate. Very clean manoeuvre there. Obviously well read by Avramidis as well. Yeah,
it was a late move. It was a proper karting move that. He just threw it down the inside, last of the late breakers there into turn 1, and he's got that one done. So now he's going to have to go after Larson in the CDR car.
So Alba enjoying her racing. No relation to Henrik Larson, I hasten to add. Or his father, apparently common name in Denmark, but very welcome addition to our grid. Fernandez still out front, holding the gap from Bergstrom. Did he restart pretty well, did Fernandez? He'll be used to restarts from the Ginetta Junior days, so not new territory for him in terms of an actual restart, but obviously within the car, it is a different experience for him.
Molnar all over the back of Campbell-Pilling. He's doing a great job with that Virtuosi car. He's got no other data. He's got no other teammates at the minute.
True.
So he is obviously having to lead the team and guide them with setup. But he's who's that? Just run a little bit wide there. We've got, I think that was
Ethan Jeff Hall, was it?
It might have been Jeff Hall or Raber that's run wide. Jeff Hall, he's just run wide coming out of the last corner. That's not good for his for some points today. He got 4th yesterday. And he just needed to keep picking up points. But let's see now if he can make up some more places.
So it's Molnar now up into 3rd position ahead of Rowan Campbell-Pilling. So these two, of course, were dicing heavily, weren't they, for the rookie championship last year?
I think we saw this move got done actually into turn 1, as we saw the issue at the last corner. We got Molnar, who went down. It's a great move down the inside of Campbell-Pilling. Campbell-Pilling tried to get the switch back, as he came out of turn 1, but no, great driving from Molnar.
I think Rowan was the driver yesterday after qualifying. You and I were chatting before we came into the box about drivers, and I was saying about, drivers very often let their heads go down if they have a bad qualifying. Rowan didn't do that, but he was angry with himself for not being further up.
Yeah, I think...
and angry with, I think he was talking about other drivers weaving where they shouldn't have done on the qualifying as well, which he was quite cross about.
Yeah, he had a big learning year last year. He made a lot of mistakes, and he wanted this year to be his championship attack, so he will be a bit frustrated with certain things that are going on, but he just needs to keep his head down, like you say, and just keep fighting his way to get as many points as possible. As you can see, Jeff Hall now coming back up against, is that Larson there?
It's Alba again, yeah.
Going through Craners. He's got the insider, but no, she's cut him off. She's run wide though. Now Jeff Hall has got the run round the outside as they go up the hill, up to McLean's, but he will be on the inside as they break for the corner.
Yeah, he should keep the position here. Alba Larson will know that he's got the line heading out of that up towards McLean's, and it's bringing the South African Colt Hewitson into the mix as well.
Yeah, Hewitson's now got a run. I think Larson, she did a great job there to try and keep it round the outside, but unfortunately she's lost so much time, but she's just chopped him off as Hewitson has got a run down the back straight. He's now on the inside, on the outside. Oh, a bit of contact. She just needs to be a little bit more careful of weaving from side to side on the circuit, as we've got Molnar now. He's made another place. He's now P2 going after Fernandez.
Yeah, phenomenal drive here from Martin Molnar, isn't it? So will he have enough time to close down the lead? We've got 5 minutes to go, and of course it's going to change the perspective from the leader here. He will see a different car. What will be his mindset now he sees a different driver in pursuit?
With nothing, he just literally gets his head down and keeps attacking. He's obviously got a good car underneath him. He's obviously use some of his better tyres, because he's definitely got a lot more grip than the other guys. He's got the fastest lap with a 5.5, with the other guys in front 5.7, 5.8. So yeah, he's absolutely flying at the minute. This is great driving from Molnar, and obviously with that little bit more experience from racing last year, staying with the same team, which always helps with the development of the team and the driver and the relationship with all the guys. So he's doing a mega job here. Look at this, as we can see going down the start-finish straight. He gets a slipstream once again, and again he just throws it down the inside, already in front before they've got to the apex.
Yeah, great move by Martin Molnar, the Hungarian driver, second year. It's an interesting point that you make. Another pass further back. Ella Lloyd goes a little bit wide, and then going through is Colt Hewitson.
So you can see the two JHR cars are now fighting for third and fourth, which is also bringing Al-Azhari into this as well in the Rodin car. Rodin are not having the best of weekends so far. They had a bit of a jump start yesterday and got a 5-second penalty. That should have been a podium. As you can see, once again, Campbell Pilling and Bergstrom fighting in through McLean's, bringing the Rodin of Al-Azhari into this. But look at this, fighting hard. Bergstrom trying to cut him off. Campbell Pilling down the inside. That's also bringing Al-Azhari into it.
Al-Azhari read that well. He's going to go to the outside to try and pick off another place. Great bit of racing from Al-Azhari. Very well read indeed. Race leaders are getting closer. Molnar, the fastest man on track, closing in on Chase Fernandez out front, but it's a job to know where to look here, because look at this, it's a stream of cars dicing over the final podium position.
Yeah, we've got
back to the lead though. Here's the battle, Phil, and it's Molnar on the outside, Chase Fernandez on the inside. Fernandez holds him off here for now, but Molnar's got pace. He's going to tuck the nose down the inside, can't quite do it there. Molnar is very much aware here that this is maybe his best chance of the race win this weekend. He didn't qualify too shabbily, fifth on the grid here, so about mid-grid in terms of the switch, the reverse that we had, and Molnar doing a super job, as Chase Fernandez has done from the start. Great start from him, as you rightly called, but now having to defend.
I can't believe the rate that he's caught him. Molnar has caught him so quickly in one lap. He's obviously just been squeezed onto the grass there, which has just lost him a little bit of momentum, but he just needs to get his head down. But look at those two, they've just pulled away from the rest of the field, and Fernandez is going to have his mirrors full now of Molnar. As you can see, McLaughlin making another move on his teammate Leo Robinson.
Yeah, nice to get a look at Leo Robinson, multi-race winner from last year, so top seed coming in this year. We're surprised to see him qualifying further down, but the perspective and complexion will change round by round, venue by venue. So when we join F4 again on ITV later in the year, actually in a couple of rounds' time, they're at Silverstone next weekend. Back with McLaughlin, though.
It was actually it was the Reynolds that actually.
Harry Reynolds.
Reynolds in a JHR car that he's just passed. So that was a great move from McLaughlin. He dummied him going up to Coppice and then managed to get the cutback coming out of the corner. But Molnar is on a mission here. He's got just over 2 minutes left to try and make a move on Fernandez. We've got a few track limits out there, and we've got a car that's broken down or something's happened with Ella Lloyd. So that is going to need to be a safety car, I would have thought, depending on where she is on the track.
If they do scramble the safety car, then that will go through to the flag without a doubt. So
it's just a puncture by the looks of it. But
my dad would always say it's only flat at the bottom.
Big slit.
It's going to be red flag.
Red flag. Look. Yeah, that's a good call there, because there's a lot of racing going on further back in the field, and we do not want a repeat of what happened here a few years ago.
No, you never want to race red flagged early, but with a minute and a bit to go, where the car is, very fast part of the circuit, good sensible decision. We've lost a minute or so, and we've lost the chance really there for Martin Molnar. He's going to feel a little bit cheated, because he was going to have a go at Chase Fernandez on the last lap, but I think you and I know Chase probably had it within him to defend and keep the lead.
Let's see what happened to her as she's gone through Coppice. Oh, you can just see it there, the front wing of the CDR car of Edge.
Charlie Edge, yeah.
He's just caught her tyre, and I think she probably could have driven that back, but yeah, it's a bit unfortunate. I think Fernandez got away lightly there. I think Molnar was going to go for a move on that last lap.
He'll say he earned it. Yeah, it shapes things up. We've had two completely different races to open up the season of FIA F4 with Wera Tools, our thanks to them. And yeah, a mouth-watering season, I think, as we join Fionn McLaughlin going down into Parc Fermé. I tell you what, Phil, we're going to see a lot more winners and a lot more drivers on the podium this year, I think, than previous seasons.
Yeah, we've got a lot of teams that are performing well this year. Last year it was very much a high-tech show and a fight with Rodin, but now we've got some great teams. The fact that Virtuosi have got Molnar up there, and JHR obviously Campbell Pilling and Bergstrom.
It's good, isn't it?
It's fantastic, yeah.
Yeah, really, really good. And I'd say more drivers to come in as well. Ella will be disappointed, but she'll maybe reflect on her win in the reverse grid race in the F1 Academy last weekend. So we say well done to her, emulating, of course, what another Ginetta Junior driver, Alicia Pomofsky, did the opening round of the season. And, highs and lows in motorsport. Ella was a little bit in the wars there, wasn't she? Both at the beginning and at the end of the race.
Yeah, there was a hectic race for a lot of the grid there. Very exciting for the viewers, very exciting for us. But some of those drivers like Ella Lloyd and McLaughlin and Jocelyn, once again, they're going to be very disappointed with that race.
Yeah, Jocelyn with 2 DNFs, which is disappointing. Car 25 gets a 5-second track limits penalty. Ethan Jeff Hall. Whether that's for start. Oh, Chase Fernandez delighted though. He'll be able to talk about himself for more than a minute now. So the Wera Tools F4 British Championship, certified by FIA. The win in round 2 goes to Chase Fernandez, his first single-seater win in only his second single-seater race. Martin Molnar takes second from Rowan Campbell Pilling. Adam Alazari is next up. 4 different teams in the first 4 places, underlining what Phil Glue said. 5th position goes to Joel Bergstrom, who started on pole. Tom Bierman is next up in 6th from Jimmy Pizik and August Raber. Tommy Harfield backing up his podium yesterday in the fastest off the front race with 9th here, ahead of Leo Robinson, who completes our top 10. So let's, that's our top 10. We're hearing there might be a redone graphic for a penalty, potentially we're hearing, for 3rd place. Our director's telling us that I don't want to panic the Campbell Pilling family, if that is the case, Phil.
Yeah, we've not seen anything on TSL
screen,
time either. We've only seen the penalty for number 25, 5-second penalty for track limits, which is Jeff Hall. So, yeah, normally you get some more information on the blue screen that we've got in our commentary box, which everyone can watch on their phones as well as the live stream. We can see the lap times that are going on and the sectors.
More than likely going to be track limits, isn't it?
Probably that's the way that this sport is at the minute, isn't it? We have to ruin every good race.
You sounded more and more like Jack D. On every, didn't that sound just like Jack D? I mean, nods of ascension in the comms position here. You could do a double for you. Do you know, actually, you're probably not young enough to know who Jack D is, are you?
No, I'm probably catching him up on it. That's why I'm maybe sounding like him.
Yeah, so track limit. And, of course, with the I think there were changes in terms of the particularly the chicane from testing. A lot of the drivers were griping about in other formulas about the tyre barrels being moved because the tyre barrels were there on test day but not on race day. I'm glad they were removed, and thanks to the likes of Tim Harvey, who I know has been very vocal and supportive about getting those things out of the way. But it's meant that some of the drivers have tested in a slightly different environment to what you then get on the race weekend.
Which is pointless because that's the whole point of testing, is to practice for the race weekend. Then they basically change the track. We've got a load of penalties now. So time penalty cars 42, 12, 7, 47 and 21.
Bingo.
Have all got 5-second penalties.
Yeah.
So let's watch the screen as it's changing. So it's Fernandez, Molnar, Bergstrom. Campbell Pilling is down to 8th.
Rowan's not going to be happy. Yeah, he was saying yesterday about weaving in qualifying. In qualifying, by the way, if you get an issue in qualifying, if you do track limits on the chicane, you lose that lap, but you also lose the following lap in qualifying because you're carrying an advantage onto the next lap. So it's 2 laps that get wiped out.
Yeah.
The timekeepers do an absolutely fantastic job of getting that through as quickly as they can. But as Phil called it, Chase Fernandez still gets his first single-seater win. Martin Molnar very close. But, yeah, I mean, how many drivers in this field, Phil, are capable of getting on the outright podium?
Do you know what? A lot more than you think this time. It's this year. It's that's what I was saying about the teams. Is there's so many good teams that have got this car dialed in. So many good drivers within those teams that I feel like we're going to get most teams on the podium, or most teams getting a win this year.
I think that's going to be the case, and we'll keep an eye. Our good friends at the F4 Championship, the media will keep their eyes on the stats as well as us to keep you in the picture about how competitive it is. But I thought we had a result for you there for just a minute.
We're getting there. I can hear it in my ear. We're getting a result.
The graphics guys and TSL are working away. I can see the steam coming out of the data factory at the moment just to get things sorted out. Isn't it lovely, though, to be at Donington and have sunbrellas rather than umbrellas as we did last year?
That's true, yeah, that is very true. It's nice weather. It means we can, we can go and get a bit of a suntan if we want, but these guys are clearly obviously wanting to stay out of the sun, which is safer, but here we go with a result.
Amended result for you here. The Wera Tools F4 British Championship at Donington Park. Chase Fernandez first win in single-seaters, only his second race in the formula. Martin Molnar takes P2, and Joel Bergstrom completes the podium after the penalty for Rowan Campbell-Pilling. Jimmy Pazik in 4th, then Leo Robinson looking a lot more healthy in 5th place. Harry Reynolds, an excellent 6th from Fionn McLaughlin, who made a very good recovery. Rowan Campbell-Pilling is next up from Adam Alazari, with Fionn McLaughlin winning the rookies. Avramidis is second in the rookies. He is in 10th place. 11th goes to our rookie podium completer. That is Tom Behrman from August Raber, yesterday's winner. Then Tommy Harfield and Alba Larson, 14th, just off the podium for the rookies. Cole Hewitson, 15th from Charlie Edge and Henry Mercier. Ethan Jeff Hall in 18th. And then the drivers that were out of luck, sadly, in that one, Henry Jocelyn and Yu Hao Fu. I think we might have another page actually to come up. Who did we forget about? Ella Lloyd. Ella was running longer than everybody else. I'm surprised that Ella's on the back of that. But anyway, Ella gets a shout out at the end, and we wish her well for race 3. She was running on the up the F4 done. But anyway, that is it for our first F4 televised race of the weekend, and we'll have race 3 for you a little bit later on.